Well, hello again. And let's see, it's been about a month since I did a video, so I suppose I'm about due for one. Actually, I've had a few ideas in mind, and they haven't really come together too much except for tonight. And anyway, I haven't been feeling that great lately. So a week or so ago, I had some blood work done, and the results all came back pretty good, so I'm feeling a little better about that, but still not feeling 100%. Anyway, what I want to talk to you about tonight was the notion of cruelty. And there's a lot of cruelty in the world, and I don't know why so much of it exists, and I don't know why more people don't object to it. Um, I think that people who are subject to cruelty, and I was subject to a lot of cruelty growing up, but people who are subject to cruelty tend to have two reactions. And one is that they become very cruel themselves, or they realize that it's an evil motive, and they work very hard to overcome an impulse to cruelty, which is something that I've done. Um, I will admit, when I was a young child, I had a bit of a mean streak. And one day my father pointed out to me, he said, you actually have kind of a cruel streak to you. And I was really shocked by it, but I realized he was right. And so for the past 60 years, I've been working to overcome it, not entirely successfully. But anyway, it's really an important topic because we see so much of it today. I don't really watch a lot of TV, but I have it on a lot, and I see a lot of sitcoms and older ones from like the 60s and 50s and on up through today. And I've really noticed that starting in the 70s, there was a real increase in cruel humor, where people said really very cruel things to each other. And it's especially sitcoms that were on for a long time. They ran out of ideas for plot. So basically, the episodes become people sit and trade insults. And I really don't think that's funny. I don't think it's appropriate. I don't think it's something you can really get away with in face to face interactions. If somebody talked to me that way, I'd probably hit him with a chair. But it's something that I think we can all work a little bit harder on being less cruel and more kind. I've said that it's just as easy to say something nice as something bad. And also, I believe that for everybody you see every day, you should try and say something nice because those may be the only kind words they hear all day. And I think that's true, and I think it's really unfortunate that it's true. Why aren't we kinder to each other? Well, let's see if we can improve that ourselves. Just try and take some steps in being a little bit nicer and a little less cruel, and try and think of ways where we can make somebody feel better about themselves, not worse, because there's enough things going on in life to make you feel bad. You got all of advertising for that, for one thing, and we don't need to be doing that to each other. So let's try and be nice to one another. Is that okay? I know you'll want to work with me on this, so I appreciate it. Just like I appreciate you watching and subscribing and liking and telling your friends and all that. So thanks again. I enjoy making these videos. I think this is about my 68th or 69th, maybe. And I'll keep making as long as somebody's watching. So thanks again, and we'll see you in the next episode.